What's up, guys? Here we are with another shit post. Because I can't talk to my boyfriend. Okay. So, this isn't gonna be a long video. Honestly, man, I could've just posted this as a YouTube short. Sorry, I had like a really sharp pain in my eye. Bruh. Alright, I'm gonna leave off with that Sammy story. The cat that scratched me in the eye. Yeah. So I'm gonna like continue from there because I never finished the entire story because I was all over the place. So basically, I'm gonna put the phone down first. Wait, are my headphones still connected? No. Okay. That's good. Anyway, so after that entire thing, my mom decided to I just sprayed my bandana. No! No. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna act like that didn't happen. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I got my composure, barely. The reason I got so upset is, that's what my boyfriend gave me before we left our camp. And, it smelled like him still. And my perfume's really strong, and though the scent on those was already fading. So, like, now I have nothing that smells like him, and I don't know when or if we're ever gonna see each other. Okay. Anyway. Here's my one scrunchie. Look at this shit. Dude. That's quite tight. Could I rock it, guys? This is like... Ow! It's like a headband. Anyway, they're really nice. This is spider webs. And this is spiders. Anyway. Okay, that one might be okay. It's just now this one. Yeah, that one literally smells like me now. Alright. Those two are gonna be separated. And I'm not gonna put it on me because I smell like perfume. So we're gonna isolate that. Anyway, back to the whole story thing. She puts him outside, and sorry, that was a really long yawn. And that's like after we went to the doctor and stuff. Like, she put him outside before we went there, and then instead of him like running away, he ended up actually like staying around the house. And she just started to feel really bad because it was gonna start raining or something, or like getting cold. And I guess that she didn't want him to like get sick because he's a really good cat. But anyway, sorry about the music. Hold on. I'm just kind of in the mood for this, I guess, right now, because I listen to like Mayhem and stuff all day. Shout out to you, baby boy. Sorry. I'll shut up. Anyway, Yeah, this probably wouldn't have fit into a YouTube short, so, like, I don't even know why I said that. Dude! Why do I keep yawning? I'm not even that tired, I swear. Anyway, we let him back in the house. We keep him for a little bit, and then she contacts one of her relatives or, like, distant friends or, like, family friends, some shit. She contacts them, and she's all like, yo, Heather, this happened with our cat, and we know that you have cats, and we were wondering if you'd, like, take him in. So we end up giving him to her, and I remember one of his favorite, like, toys, not really even a toy, but things that he liked to play with that wasn't, like, supposed to necessarily be for a cat, was marbles. And he had a favorite. It was a green marble, which was also my favorite marble, because out of the entire thing, that was the only green one, so it was, like, really unique. But he seemed to favor that one more than the other ones, which I understand. It was really pretty. But I ended up leaving that there with him, and not dissing on Heather at all, like, bless her heart and stuff, whatever, but, like, her house wasn't very, how do I say this? Clean? Like, I don't think that she was a very, like, clean person. There was cat pee and stuff, like, everywhere, and it really sucked having to leave him there because, you know, she had, like, 50 freaking cats. And I don't know, I just didn't want him to get neglected, because that was my first ever baby. Like, that was my first cat that I grew attached to. But anyway, we leave him there, and hold on, I'm yawning. Okay, I'm back again. We leave him there, and I feel really bad. I'm, like, crying, like, the whole way home. And we used to get updated on him. Like, I would ask how he's doing, and she would always answer. But it got to a point where eventually I got Dante, and I stopped asking about Sammy so much because I assumed that he was living a good life. Then I had this really crazy dream. So basically, in my dream, I don't know if you know what astro projecting is or anything, but astro projecting is pretty much where, like, I don't know how to explain it, but your consciousness stays in your body, but your soul kind of leaves. And since we are just a human meat suit, as I know some people call it, you can kind of travel and stuff. It's not like, is it lucid dreaming? No, astral projecting, lucid dreaming is different. Difference between astral projecting and lucid dreaming. Hold on.
Here's the difference between lucid dreaming and astral projection. A lot of people tend to get these two concepts confused, but they are two completely different things. When most people dream, they tend to just go with the flow. They let their dreams take them wherever. Lucid dreaming is having the ability to control your entire dream. You can change your dream to literally anything you want it to be. You can fly and even talk to the people in your dreams, which I highly suggest you don't. Dream figures tend to act a little different when they know that you're dreaming. This could end up changing the whole concept from a lucid dream to a lucid nightmare. And you don't want to be stuck in a lucid nightmare. Now, when you are lucid dreaming, you are still in your body. Astral projection, on the other hand, is when your astral body leaves your physical body. It's an outer body experience very similar to a near-death experience, where you can travel around the physical or spiritual realm. Now, this may sound cool to do, but not everyone is meant to do this, because the majority of people aren't ready spiritually. Here's the difference between lucid...
Okay, so there we go. Lucid dreaming is when basically you have control in your dreams, so, like, you can talk and stuff. And astral projecting is when you kind of, like, leave your body. So I was kind of right, but I kind of forgot what the difference was because, I don't know, give me a break, guys. I'm tired. Anyway, Um, I had like a moment where I astral projected or something, or like had a premonition or some shit. Like, I don't know the terminology for that, but basically, I traveled to Heather's house in this like dream, and her house is like right by a main road, not like a main road, but a road where like there's still like big trucks and shit that pass. And in this dream premonition blah blah blah, I see Sammy, and Sammy is walking around. He's interacting with these other cats and stuff, you know, enjoying himself. And then he runs out on the road, and he gets absolutely he gets his shit rocked by this truck, right? Because it was flying, and his body ends up um I can't say how his body ended up because I feel like it's going to get me demonetized. So like, let's just say that he went from one shape to like 50, and a majority of him rolled into the ditch beside the road. So after I saw that, I remember going back to my house, and I ended up waking up like, what the fuck, right? Well, I told my mom about this, and she's like, that's crazy. I can. Do you want me to message Heather and ask her how he's doing? I'm like, yes, please. So Heather takes forever to respond, and when she does, she's only sending old photos that she has already sent before, and she's lying her butt off saying, yeah, he's okay, but she's being very vague. We asked if we can go visit him, and she's like, she always made up an excuse on why we couldn't. And that, on top of the fact that she kept sending old photos, convinced me that he literally got killed and I saw him get killed. Or something. Like, it was either that or something subconsciously told me that he was dead. Anyway, that was the rest of the Sammy story. And now I can talk about Dante. To lighten up the mood, because that was very gruesome and quite frankly terrible. So I volunteer at a humane society since I'm not 18. Yeah, I'm a minor. Get out if you're 20. Get out if you're 19. Shit, even get out if you're 18. Okay, maybe not. If you're nice and you're not a weirdo, I guess you can stay, but don't be being weird, or I'm gonna get the ops. I'm gonna get somebody to beat your butt. Okay, I'm really sorry. That was terrible. But seriously, get out if you're like a creep, because I don't need creeps in my life. I've had enough. The only person that can be a creep to me is my boyfriend, because I like it when he's a creep. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Anyway, since I'm not 18, like I previously stated, I can't walk dogs because I guess they don't think I'm strong enough or something, or that I'm too immature. But this is the same girl who walked a St. Bernard and Lab mix dog when he was in his prime, and would pull at anything. Like, if there was a squirrel or someone walking, I used to get dragged down the stairs, because I was still littler, not how I'm built now. He probably couldn't drag me now. His hips are too bad. Anyway, so instead of that, I'm a cat cuddler. I didn't make up that name. That's genuinely the name. Okay, don't come at me. I'm not making up these stupid names because I think it's cute. No, it's literally like on their thing as cat cuddler. So I'm a cat cuddler, right? And I wasn't back then, but I think my mom was signed up, and we went in just to pet and see cats, because I love cats. My mom loves cats. That's like something we have in common, I guess. But we went there just to pet cats, not to adopt a cat, to pet and to love. But we got into this one room, and there was a lot of kitties. And I went to pet this one kitty, and this kitty was mean. So I put my hand down, getting ready to pet. Like, you know, when you approach a cat, if you are really big and up in their space, they're not gonna want you, okay? Here's my advice as a cat whisperer, okay? I'm great with cats, but this cat there, I don't even think that guy from Cats from Hell could handle it. Okay, he probably could. He's like godsend for cats. Anyway, put my hand out really gently like this, and this motherfucking cat go bites my shit. Not hard, but enough to like make me like, jeez. So I was very hesitant on wanting to touch these other kitties because I assumed that all of them damn kitties were gonna be mean, except for this one kitty. This kitty was walking around the room right behind me. I would try to play with other cats from a distance. This cat would jump right in and he would go after whatever I was doing. So, since that cat wanted me so bad, I'm like, okay, listen. If this cat genuinely destroys my shit again, I am literally going to go ballistic. So I give this cat a chance. I start petting him, purring immediately. Not, I pet him and then, you know, a few minutes later. No, I mean the moment my hand reaches him and I like do like one stroke, he's like hardcore. So I'm like, oh my god, that's the cutest thing ever. I love cats, and I thought that was absolutely adorable. So, testing my luck, which I'm really glad I did, I picked him up. So alright, hold on. Here's Dante, alright? Oh shit. Hold on, I need to plug my phone in. Okay, so, new angle here in a second if I can get my pillow set up. Alright, here's Dante, right? He's sitting like this, and I'm like, oh my god. So I pick him up like this. He's not loving it, so I flip him, and I'm holding him like this, like as like a little baby, right? And he is loving it. Like, he is making biscuits in the air. He's purring. He's having the time of his life. So I'm like, oh my Goliath, this is amazing. Like, I'm really glad that I picked up this cat. And my mom, she's looking at me and she sees me and this cat, and she's like in awe because like she's like, oh my god, that's so cute. And I'm like, I know. Anyway, so when you go in there with the cats, there's always like one of the workers in there with you, I guess, like, which I'm glad, because like if there wasn't, I feel like I would be afraid that there would be like some like really not nice person that would like poison the cats or something, or like be violent, and we don't want that. Because if I find out someone hurts my kitties or a kitty, I don't like you. I will hurt someone. I will kill a bitch. You don't fuck with my kitties, okay? You don't fuck with my kitties. Anyway, the lady in there was seeing like how well me and this cat like bonded. Like, it was insane. It was like, bam, me and this cat were so linked, okay? So we ask about him, and I'm telling my mom, I know cats really stink and they're really hard to take care of at times. And as I was saying this, on God, on Jesus, this cat, as I'm talking shit about his kind, remember, I'm still holding him like a baby, he puts his paw on my mouth like this to shut me up. And I did shut up. And then he took his paw away. I tried to talk again. Okay? So, there's the gist of that. So, we start talking to the lady. My mom's like, oh, well, you know, you and that cat really got along. Why not? I mean, so we talked to the lady, and they're like, oh, so, like, somebody already has an application out to adopt him. And the way my heart shattered, bro. The way my heart shattered was actually insane. So, I'm, like, really upset. But a few days later, she gets a call or she gets a text or something, and they're like, we feel that you guys would be a better fit for this cat. And at this point, I am stoked. Like, I am stoked. Like, so you're telling me that this kitty can go home with us instead of the other people? So anyway, we get him, and he followed me around like a dog. He used to sleep, okay? This is the best way I can explain it, okay? Here's his head, here's his legs. I could literally wear him like a scarf. So his head would be here, his legs would be dangling down. And I would usually hold his legs like this. Like, here's his front legs. I would hold him like this. Not hard, but just enough so he knew, like, I was holding him and he was safe. I would hold him like that, and he used to fall asleep. This cat fell asleep on me like that. He also used to play fetch with a ball. It was this orange ball that got lost, and he literally don't like any other fetching toys other than this one purple fuzz that he likes to drown in his water bowl a lot. But he used to play fetch. He was a very obedient cat, and he still is. It got to the point where, believe me or not, I will tell my mom to send me a video of me showing the proof. I trained him. He knows how to sit. He knows beg. So, sit, he'll sit. Beg, I'll go like this, and he'll put his paws up like that and, like, grab up my fingers. Shake, he'll go like that. Be handsome, I'll go like this, and he'll spin. Be handsome again, he'll spin the other way. I'll put my leg out, I'll say over, and then under. He's very, very friggin' smart. But I don't live over there at my mom's no more, and I don't get to see him, which really sucks. Also, another thing, this cat, I don't know how to explain it. People are like, oh, cats are so, apathetic, or they're so lazy and judging, and they don't care about anyone else. They're very self-centered, and, you know, they don't understand human feelings. They only care about themselves. They think they're better. But in reality, Dante, if I would cry, I don't care if you don't believe me. I don't care if you think I'm trying to feed you like some BS, because I'm not. I would cry. He would flop on the floor and do something absolutely stupid, okay? He would lay on the floor on his back, put his leg up like this, and look at me like, okay? And he knew that always made me giggle, because it did. He looked ridiculous, and I loved it. There would be times where I would be on my period having terrible, terrible cramps. Heat never helped. Ibuprofen helped to a point, but he used to lay on my stomach. And like any other time, if I put my arm out like this, like on my bed, like this, like a little bull, he would lay in my arm, and he would fall asleep like that, like all the time. But every time I was on my period, somehow this motherfucking cat knew. And he would lay right on my stomach, and he would like purr. And when I tell you that was the only way my cramps really got like relieved, I mean, that's the only way. Like, it was only him. Like, I'm convinced. Anyway, he's like my soul kitty, and I love him to pieces. Sorry this was all about cats. I just thought I'd follow up because I was watching my video over. Kind of cringed at a few things. But yeah. Also, like, shout out to my boyfriend. He shouted me out, so shout out to my boyfriend. The literal best man, like, I could have ever met. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you this. Like, he genuinely completes, like, a part of me that I didn't know I needed completed. Like, just the way he talks to me and the way he treats me is like so refreshing, because I'm so used to like toxicity, hold on, toxicity, to, toxic, toxicity, to, toxicity, 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 bitch, toxicity. Am I saying that right? Hold on.
Really is. Because at its root, diabetes is a state of carbohydrate toxicity.
Toxicity. Toxicity. Toxicity. Okay, so toxicity. Yeah, I knew that. I didn't look that up. You're crazy. Never happened. Anyway. Also, I'm wrapped up in a scarf right now. Yes, this is a scarf. No, it's not a blanket, but it's big enough to where I can wear it as one. So, suck it up. Anyway, hold on, I have to burp, and I don't want you to hear that. Okay, that was a really long burp, and I honestly sounded like I was expelling a demon. Somebody get a priest. Somebody get the holy water. Okay. Oh, I might like this. Whatever. Anyway, I'm so used to
They show no toxicity to you.
I'm so used to the toxicity. And fragile masculinity that, like, seeing and having him around is genuinely such a breath of fresh air, because I can talk to him openly about stuff and he's not judging me. I mean, he might be, but like, he doesn't show that he's judging me, and he's very understanding with a lot. Anyway, I love him to pieces. He's always gonna be mine, whether he likes it or not. Whether he likes it or not, he's always gonna be mine. Alright? If he ever breaks up with me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm not gonna break up with him. I'm not gonna cheat on him. I'm not gonna flirt with other guys or girls or they, them, Zers. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Because I love him. And I know that he feels the same about me. So yeah. Big shout out to my handsome, amazing, scrumdiddlyushous, smexy, shrexy. Okay, I'll shut up. Just shout out to my amazing boyfriend that I love very dearly. Okay, that's all. Also, I'd like to mention, in my boyfriend's video, he said Chanale. So, like, I'm literally gonna start calling my fucking channel Chanale, because I think that's absolutely hilarious. I think everything he says and does is absolutely hilarious. But, like, not because he's my boyfriend and I have to think he's funny. More so that he's just, like, really funny. And yeah. Okay, you get the point. This video is almost 30 minutes long. Diabolical. Okay, goodbye. I love you guys. Love you more. You know who. Love you, baby. Bye, guys.